life has this like, you gotta take the flow with how it goes, right? So yeah, I ended up graduating. I was like, cool, man, I'm about to apply for all these jobs. Got my degree. I'm doing what the world told us to do and how it should go. I'm about to get a job, man. I'm about to make some money. Yeah. And then, I applied for a bunch of jobs, bro, and nobody was getting back with me. So I ended up after school going back to live with my mom for a while. And I'm like, bro, I can't, this was probably about 2 months. I'm like, man, I can't stay with my mom no more, bro. It was cool. So my mom ended up, man, bless her heart, man, moms always look out for you, man. They always take care of you, even when you're a grown adult and you come back to school after college.
Absolutely.
Mom threw me some money and was like, here, take this money, do whatever you need to do. So I took the money, man. And I ended up, one of my buddies who lived in Indianapolis had an apartment there, was like, hey, bro, come down here. So I took whatever money my mom gave me and was throwing it to him, for, help him with rent while I was looking for a job. I'm like, I got to do something. So I ended up working at, getting a job at Lowe's, which was right down the street from him. And then during that time, man, while I was at Lowe's, I started making, I redid my portfolio when I was back at home while I was with my mom. There were some things in my portfolio that were strong, but I felt like I needed to make them stronger that would help me apply for jobs. So when I got back, when I was staying with Tone in Indy and I was working at Lowe's, I started making like rappers do. I was making my mixtape, my portfolio on CDs with my resume. And I was physically going to different companies and primarily advertising and marketing agencies around Indy because I knew I wanted to they just intrigued me because they do a lot of different work with different clients and different things. So, and I didn't really want to work for a specific company doing one thing at the time. I kind of wanted to get my hands on a bunch of different things. So I'm making it sound like it was a easy thing, but long story short, one of the companies ended up biting on my portfolio and resume. This took a while now. I'm not going to say this happened overnight, guys.
How long did it take, you think?
Man, bro, it had to be like 4 or 5 months, bro. I was working at Lowe's for a minute. I'm like, man, I'm ringing people up and I'm pushing carts and there's nothing wrong. I do that to this day. I'll do whatever.
Yes.
But I was just like, man, I'm here. I shouldn't be doing this, man. But it took 4 to 5 months, bro. But I had to do it. I couldn't stay with my buddy and be lounging on his couch, not doing anything or, not supporting, at least trying to make a way for myself, man. So yeah, it probably took about 4 or 5 months. But even after that, once this company ended up biting on my resume and portfolio. They were like, we'll hire you as an intern, but we're not going to pay you. So I'm like, dang, but I'm going to do the work. So I was working at the company in the morning for like 4 or 5, 8 hours, and then working at Lowe's at night. So this was, and that probably went on for like a few months, bro, like 3 or 4 months. So you add the, 3 or 4 months of working there and then another 3 or 4 months of working there, being an intern, it adds up, whatever. So eventually they were like, hey, we love the work that you're doing. We want to hire you full time because of just the work that you're putting in. Bro, I was working my butt off, but I loved it. It was fun. The time I needed to put in there wasn't work for me because I was enjoying myself and I was learning.
Absolutely.
They were giving me opportunity to learn. So yeah, they ended up hiring me full time. I quit Lowe's. But to go back in the story, the guy that actually got my portfolio and my resume was a student from Indiana State who was a good friend with Glenn and called Glenn. And Glenn was one of the ones who actually vouched for me and told him what type of student I was.